What up YouTube, it's Miserate's Company. In today's video, I want to talk about, is the Necro just as absolutely broken as everyone says it is? And I'm going to lead with, I've only been on the Necro for about a week now, and I do have a good idea how to answer this question, but I don't have the best builds yet. But honestly, I don't think it's going to change my answer. So without further ado, let's get straight to the video. So again, I've been on the Necro for about a week now. I'm just going to knock out some of my dailies here, like pick up my bounties and run my Legacy of the Herodrum. But if we go over to our, God, I love this new spot, the training ground, Nadia, and look at our essences. There's so many good essences now that help boost auto attacks or primary attacks, as well as your primary attacks for your summons now. And even this one where it command golem and presence bolters the power of your nearby summons, increasing the damage they deal by 13% as long as they remain near the golem. Very, very good. And then there's different ones you could use as well, but there's so many good builds that I just thoroughly enjoy. And I don't even have all the essences I want yet. There's another shoulder. Is it the new one? Borrow time now also increases the damage and crit chance of the target by 6.5%. This effect is doubled during the duration of the curse if the target is slain. Dang. This one, as well as this one right here, the bone armor, also increases primary attack speed by 19.5%. You can give that to not only yourself, but also your summons. So there's so many builds that, like, obviously these shoulders are going to be really, really good for PvP. That way when you do die and you have borrow time up, you're going to be doing a ton of damage, increased damage and crit hit chance as soon as you pop back up. So basically you're just going to be able to shred them even faster, thus keeping you alive longer. And then the effect is double during the duration of the curse if the target is slain. So that's sick. But yeah, there's so many different things you can do for movement as well. Oh, this one reduces movement. But yeah, Corpse Explosion, there's also a pretty decent Corpse Explosion build where you basically have all of your summons populate faster. I've seen a lot of builds doing that right now. And you basically just, when you use Command Skeleton, you throw your skeleton and it dies and it explodes, thus generating a corpse. And then there's an offhand, I feel like, that gives you them faster, makes them come back faster. Skeleton Mage is not, oh, that's the other one. Is it an offhand? Decrease, yeah, here it is. So decrease time required to raise new skeletons by 39%. Now again, I'm at Essence Mastery 2, so that's why it's not like an even number. But yeah, and this offhand's sick. The new Skeletal Mage that makes summons a Dark Magnus that unleashes Hungering Soulflyer on nearby enemies. You only get to use one of them at a time, but if you increase the duration with, I want to say, the headpiece, then you can really do a substantial amount of damage with your Skeletal Mages. So there's so many fun builds that I really enjoy playing with the Necro. And again, in PvP, I don't do a lot of PvP, but just looking at the essences and looking at the possible build between Wraith Form, fearing people, being able to do more damage to people that are feared, increasing the duration of the fear. There's so many little things that we can do to do a ton of damage, stay alive, or get away. Where it's just super good. And for me, I'm in the top 24 on Trials of the Horde right now from being the Necro, and that's without min-maxing all of the best essences or even having good sec gear. So I'm in a kind of a spot where, like, it doesn't make a lot of sense why I'm doing well outside of, and I'm not doing the cheese, by the way, where if you die, you get points no matter what to get to the legend status. I just don't think it's fun. I understand why people are doing it because it's an easy way to get to legend, but it doesn't make sense to me, as I really enjoy the game mode and want to get the most out of it. But yeah, ultimately, I'm really enjoying, for sort of summarizing my first impressions of the Necro. I do think that it's broken in a good way. I think it's by far the best in PvP with some of the builds that I can't fully unlock yet. So I definitely think that Necros are tier 1 by far. And if you remember my previous tier list, they were already top tier, so they just got better with these buffs. And even from a PvE standpoint, I'm very much enjoying farming. I can do even like dungeons. If I'm recording a video, I can do a dungeon and basically pop all my summons and the spinning bone armor and have enough going on where I don't have to completely focus on it, and then just sort of go to my other screen, edit a video or whatever I'm working on, and still be productive in Diablo Immortal. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below about the Necro. I definitely think it's top tier. Do you still think it's S tier? Do you drop it down to A tier? Let me know what you think in the comments below, but I definitely think that there is enough reason to think why. I don't think it's the best. I think that honestly the Blood Knight is just stupid broken, and a lot of people are covering that content right now, which is why I'm not. But I do think Blood Knight is probably the best now. It was originally like a tier 2 for me, and I would definitely think it's time for that to go to tier 1. But yeah, that's my sort of overall thinking and first impressions of the Necromancer. I think it's very, very strong. I do think it's probably the best in PvP, but it's no slouch in PvE either. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and until next time, lock it in.